AB. We put it over 18 cm because it is corresponding, and then equals to 16 because same triangle on the top, and then after that at the bottom must come from same triangle, 16 over 24. Okay, then after that you can cross multiply, or you simply just multiply 18 over to the right hand side and place this into calculator, you will get 12 cm. Okay, you do notice that there are people in the class who gets 12 cm as answer, but you only get 1 mark rather than the 2 marks. The reason for this is because the concept, okay, that you have over here, okay, I have people telling me PB over 16 equals to 18 over 24. This concept here is not correct because for similar triangles, it must be within the same triangle at the top or at the bottom. It cannot be in the single fraction. Although calculations wise, you do get 12 cm. Okay, so the concept over here is not correct. Alright, so I'm being lenient to have awarded 1 mark instead of giving 0 marks. Okay, technically it should have been a 0. Okay, so this one is a wrong concept. Then I also have people who gave me, what was it? Sit down, can I see your paper? Okay, people who give me PB over 18 equals to 16 over 24 equals to 16 over 24 times 18 equals to 12. Okay, then this is not correct. What's not correct? You never put the PB over here. Then I'm going to read from the top to the next line to the next line. How is it that 16 over 24 end up is equals to 12? That doesn't make sense. So there's a big presentation error over here. Okay, so this is not correct. Alright. Next one, question 2. Okay, on your polygons. Unfortunately, although this is a recent chapter, and people who cannot really remember the formula n minus 2 times 180 to find angle sum of interior angles. Okay, to first find out what is WCD. Angle WCD is over here. That is the interior angle of the hexagon 6-sided. So in part A, you should be taking angle WCD equals to 6 minus 2 times 180 degrees. That is the sum of interior angles of this hexagon. Then we divide by 6 because it is a regular hexagon. Okay, so all the interior angles will be the same. Therefore, you will get 120 degrees. I'm sure I've done this in class before. Okay? Then to find out what is angle BCD, which is this angle here, okay, we do the same thing, exactly the same as part A, just that instead of 6, we use 5. Okay, so angle BCD, we will get 108 degrees. Right? Then after that, to find part C. Part C is to find out what is this angle here, CBW. So I have people who cannot really identify this angle. It is this one here. Okay? And in order to do that, we notice that it is a regular hexagon and regular pentagon for both. Okay? So that means that all the sides are the same. Okay? For both of the polygons. And that means that if I were to just focus on this section here, I am looking at an isosceles triangle. Okay, so because I'm looking at an isosceles triangle, and since I know these two angles here already, which is 120 and 108, I will know what is the size of this. Okay, so angle WCB is 360 minus 120 minus 108. Okay, and that is 132 degrees. Right? If you want to know what's the reason, it's because angles at the point. Then after that, because it's an isosceles triangle, angle CBW will be 180 minus 132 degrees divided by 2, because both of these angles are the same, and we get 24 degrees. Okay, so that's how you do question 2 part C. So technically, maybe 2 part C, there's some slight challenge in it. Okay, but A and B should have been manageable. Okay. Next, we look at question 3. Okay, question 3, a map is drawn to a scale of 2 cm to 500 meters. Express the scale of the map in 1:n. Okay, so you need to notice that there are different units. Put it into ratio. Ratio must be of same units. So 2 cm is to 500 meters. Change 500 meters into cm. We times 100. So we get 50,000 cm. Simplify it into 1 is to 25,000 cm. Okay, but final answer, simplified ratio should not have any units. So I do have people who still write units, okay, in your answer. So there should not be any more units. Then next, in part 2, we want to find the distance on the map between the 2 towns if the actual distance between the 2 towns is 9.6 kilometers. Okay, so since we know that 2 cm is 500 meters, this is the map, and then actual 2 cm 500 meters. Since we are given 9.6 kilometers, it is best to change your 500 meters into kilometers, and that is 0.5 km. So what we want to find is how many cm gives you 9.6 km. Okay, so you may want to consider finding 1 km. Gives you how many cm first? That is 2 cm, it's 4 cm. Alright, so then 9.6 km, we just times 9.6 here, so we will get 38.4 km. Okay? cm, okay, using 25,000 cm, and then you do your conversion. Then somehow the conversion went wrong, and then you didn't get the mark. So that was an issue also. Okay. Okay, cm now. Part B. Part B, we are given that the area of a plot of land on the map is 2 cm square. Calculate the actual area of the plot of land in meters square. So unfortunately, some of you are still lost in terms of area scale. Okay, what we have for part A, right, is actually all in length. Okay, so we need to convert length scale to area scale first. And if I were to make use of 2 cm to 500 meter, okay, what I can do is change it into area scale. I need to do 2 square cm square, 500 square meter square. Okay, and that will give me 4 cm square, and then after that 250,000 meter square. So the area scale is 4 cm square, gives you 250,000 meter square. Okay, now the question wants 2 cm squared. So we divide by 2. Hence you have 125,000 meters squared. Okay. I do have people, the right side square, this side never square. Then your answer end up 250,000. And that's not correct. Okay. Now next one, question 4. Question 4, I will simply say part A, part B, part A and part B, part I, right? There's really no issue. All of you can do it well. Oh, sorry. Part B, I, no issue. Part A, got issue because you don't know how to show. Okay, I have done this before already. Okay. In terms of showing, what is the meaning of show? Okay. Can I erase this one? Erase, huh? Let's read the question together. Okay, showing questions are giveaway because the answer is already there. Okay, and your answer must be at the end. So there must be something at the start that can lead you towards this answer. That's the whole idea of showing questions. So what is it that you must start off with that can lead you towards this? Okay, and that piece of information that will lead you towards this is this statement about Mr. Ling. Okay, he said that he paid a total cost of $96 for 2 adults, 2 children. So adults cost is actually X dollars, okay, and children cost is Y dollars. So we see that 2X plus 2Y will give us 96. And that is that equation that will lead you towards this. I need to see the steps, okay, that can give you this. Alright, you cannot write this, then the next thing this one. No. I need to see the way that it is being changed. Okay? And in order to do that, okay, since I see that I have Y to be on the left hand side of the equal sign only, I need to shift my 2X over to the right. So this is one way, okay, that you can shift the 2X over to the right. Then after that, I want single Y, 1Y only. Now here 2Y. So I need to divide by 2. So divide by 2 for everything. Okay, and I will then be able to have my 96 divided by 2 is 48. 2 divided by 2, X, F with X, and it's no different from say negative X plus 48. Okay, and that is how you should be showing. I need every single step, okay, to actually give me Y equals negative X plus 48. Some of you, maybe, you know that alternatively, you know that I have to start with this. You see that both has 2, you factorize out the 2. And then you divide the 2 over. Okay? Before you shift away the X. This is fine as well. Okay? It is just about the way that you change your 2X plus 2Y equals to 96 in order to achieve this answer. Alright, yes?
It would be that Y equals 84 minus X.
Yes. 84 minus X.
84 minus X.
84 minus X. 48 minus X. I prefer you to write this one since you asked me to show it. Okay? So I need you to be able to show this, right? Instead of leaving at 48 minus X. That's more, that's prefer lah. But I don't think I penalized. Yes. Okay? Mingzi asked me, listen it's very important and very serious kind of problem. Mingzi asked me, can I do substitution method? Did any part of this question ask you to solve? So they only ask you to show this equation. So there's no need for you to do any form of substitution method. And 1 mark only leh. neither of that is. I'm just shifting things here and there in order to simplify the equation to arrive at this. That's all I'm doing. Okay? There's no solving. So substitution method, elimination method, all that, right, is for solving simultaneous equation. Right? So please be very clear about what you're trying to do. Okay? It's not just Windsor, okay, I'm sure. I have many other students who give me long steps. Okay? And I don't know what in the world you're doing. Right? Question asks you to show. Okay? In fact, when you do that, you're telling me one thing. Okay? You're only memorizing, alright, how in simultaneous equation, oh, it's always like that one. So you just throw whatever that you always think without even reading what the question wants. And that's a very dangerous thing. Because if you don't understand what the question is, you're not giving the correct answer, then how is it that you're going to get the mark? Okay? So you need to understand what the question wants and make sure you answer the correct thing. Okay? It should not be a case whereby I ask you, okay, sure, have you eaten your breakfast? You tell me what you're going to eat for dinner. Okay, that shouldn't be the case, right? Because that is going out of the context. So if the question asks you to show, you give what the question asks, not to do substitution method. That's it. Any other questions? Okay, let's look at B part I. Okay, the table shows the corresponding values of x and y. Okay, you want to find the value of a and b. So we have the equation y equals to negative x plus 48 already. If I want to find out what is a, which is a y value, I need to use x is equals to 10. So a equals to negative 10 plus 48. When I calculate, I get 38. Okay? Whereas to find out what is b, which is actually an x value, I need to use y is equals to 15. So 15 equals to negative b plus 48. And we will have b to be equals to 33. Okay, so this is a process that I think, if I remember correctly, everyone got to comment. Okay? Now part 2. Okay? 2 marks. Ask you on the given set of axes, draw this graph. Okay? That's why I say already, when I return you your simultaneous homework, nobody wants to listen to me. I drop a big hint. Nobody wants to hear. So now it's a lesson learned. Everything that this house says before the exam is important, which is 1 whole year of words. Okay? So, draw the graph. This one. The question already gives you the table of values. Alright? So you just have to plot. Okay? So A is actually 38, B is 33, right? So when you plot it, okay, you should be able to get a graph that looks like that. Alright? Okay, if you don't get 2 marks of this now, okay, if you didn't get 2 marks of this for this question, I want you to do your correction now. Okay, replot the graph, read carefully. You're supposed to plot 10, 38, 20, 28, and 33, 15. Okay, you should have plotted A is 38, B is 33. Plot these 3 points. You don't need to label the points, okay, it's just for my own marking. Alright? You just need to plot the points, draw the line. I want you to do it now. I want to see every single correction.
That's alright.
Do it now.
Đi học mà Ôi. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'm so tired.
Okay?
So I haven't do it.
First thing, do now. Continue. I just
See that now, okay.
You see lah, because of
you got the
this
table,
question.
I just turn your page.
Huh?
Refer to the table here. Plot your points.
But
What
this
you want to do?
exam and shit, only do it.
You correct already 2 marks what? Okay, wait. Listen.
You know?
So that you will come in time for
Listen.
No.
now originally
Listen.
announced that starting from yesterday onwards that after school students will be allowed to go out and buy food and drink if they have activities after school. Unfortunately, we have to cancel this. So now, under no circumstances can students go out and buy food and drink and bring back to school. You have to order for your recess, for your lunch, and after that, too bad. Okay, you cannot buy food and bring back to school. The reason is very simple, because today during recess time, a Sec 3 student was caught climbing out of the school fence to go and buy bubble tea. Okay, that's the reason. So that's a clear abuse. We will let you know who are involved in the time. So for now, make sure that by 2 p.m. today, you have made the necessary orders online for lunch for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Oh, they smart.
Okay? See? People, don't gonna sabot lah.
Monkey King Singapore.
Okay? You see? So desperate, just bubble tea only. Okay? You can go and play whoever, right? But no point blaming. Just accept life. Life has to go on. Okay? Now enjoy your life. Okay? Your life has to go on also. Okay? So, listen to what I have to say. I don't know why I have people who can confidently plot points. I don't know how you plot. And then you can tell me this must be the answer. Okay? You think very funny, but got people like that. Okay? In the end exam, maybe you're also the one. Okay? This one, I know it's out of desperation, probably. You don't know where you went wrong. Then you decide to give me the answer like that, hoping that you got a mark. Surely your mind cannot be this way, because I mentioned a lot of times, it must be one straight line. One straight line means that you put your ruler, okay, and you plug it onto your paper. You can draw one time. That's all. That is called one straight line. If you plug your ruler once and you need to plug your ruler another time, that is 2 straight lines already. Okay, so like that, confirm is wrong answer. Alright. Another problem, okay, that causes you to not be able to draw correctly is the reading of the graph. So let's say, for example, the very first point, which is 1038. Okay, this point 1038. So we read the x-axis part. Okay, 10. 10 is where after 2 big boxes. Okay, somewhere here lah. Alright, I'm not going to count some very difficult for me. Alright, 10 boxes. Then after 35 to 38. Okay, some people careless. 35, then one small square you count 1 unit. 36, 37, 38, 39. Wow, then after jump 5 boxes, 40. Okay, you think very funny? Exam later you scared you anxious also do this kind of thing. Don't laugh, karma will happen. Okay, so this one surely is not correct one. Alright, so that means the counting is wrong. Okay, down here got 5 units. 10 boxes. So 5 divided by 10, that means 0.5. Okay, so down here should be every 2 blocks. Alright, then it is 1 unit. So the reading, you need to be careful about it. Okay, so actually, plotting the points, I believe, okay, surely you know how to put the points one. Right? But if you think that I believe wrongly, please come and tell me lah. Okay, don't make me think that, oh, you can, and now you still cannot. Then later go up Sec 3, I got students like that before. Sec 3 asked him to block 1038. He blocked 1 10 here, 38 another one here. Then I shocked, you know. I teach him for 2 years and I didn't know that he was wrong. Until Sec 3 I teach him again, he blocked like that. Okay? Then 10 38 yeah. So that's how he blocked. So if you can laugh now, I hope that it means that you are correct, right? So I hope that is rectified. Now moving on to part C. Part C was also y to be the subject over here. Then after x you move. Then somehow you do, then end up this answer wrong. When actually I saw down here is correct one. Okay, so unfortunately I cannot give you the mark because down here the answer is not correct. Alright, so please okay, this one just put only 1 mark. Okay, I don't need you to change anything. Right? You can change that, not an issue. You want, you can put 102 minus 4y, it's also fine. Or you want to put 4y equals 102 minus x, also can. Y equals 102 minus x divided by 4, also can. Right? So these are the only kind of variation that is possible. Okay? But this one, simple form, can already. Right? Next one, part D. I recognize that there are a number of you who are strong in solving simultaneous equations. You know that on must solve simultaneous, then you do substitution method and your elimination method, you solve, then you need to get your adult to be $30 and child to be $18. But unfortunately, I cannot give you the mark because question says by drawing a suitable line for the equation in part C. So you need to draw one line for part C in where? In part B, part 2. That means you need to flip back the page, draw the graph in there. See, never read question. Okay? So, yeah, this one. Zero. Want to see Jing Tao's answer? He like very proud. So he really draw one line. Here, one line. I don't know how this line helped him to get the mark. He helped me to cancel the space only long. Yeah. Okay, so you now understand or not? Okay, I say, you read again, draw a suitable line, okay, for this equation here, where on the axis in part B, part 2. Okay, so in the previous page. So you draw that graph, okay? And in order to do that, remember you are tested on chapter 4.1, which is to draw 2 lines to meet each other. Guys, can you listen to me? Okay, you're supposed to draw 2 lines to meet each other, right? Yes, Nicole, you want to dance? Okay, so draw 2 lines and meet each other. So, how to draw that line? Okay, I'll show you. It's not that stupid. Okay, it is very smart one. I must give difficult question one. Okay, sorry, this one is my handwriting. Okay, you're supposed to draw a line. Listen, you want to listen or not? Okay, you want to draw the line. To draw a line, you need to have a table. Just like what you did in part 1. You just draw a table so that you can plot your points. So, actually, I said before the exam, when I return to you your homework, when you need to draw a line, how many points must you at least plot? 3. 3 is the best. 2 is minimum. Okay? 3 is the best. 2 is minimum. So, if you can draw for me, you choose x equals to 10, 20, 30. That's the simplest one. Yeah, you can choose anything. But you don't want to choose 100 lah, because you cannot even plot inside your graph. You understand? Okay? Wait. So, you chose, I chose 10, 20, 30. Then I use the equation that I have from part C. I go and calculate what is y. Okay, I went to calculate what is y. Alright, and I got 23, 20.5, and 18. Okay, so I form this table, then I go and plot my points. Do you understand? Okay, so after I plot my points already, alright, I'll let you copy later on, you listen to what I say. Plot already. Okay, so this is the line you're supposed to plot. By the way, some of you never label also. Okay, so this is the line that you should end up plotting. And then this is the answer. Okay, where you will know children. Okay? So you know from the intersection, okay, what the answer for the adult and child is. So after you know the adult and child, because Alexis will only go for the buffet if it is less than $40 for adult and $20 for child, right? And it fits the bill. Okay, it is less than 30, it's less than 40 and less than 20. So therefore Alexis should go for the buffet with her family. Right? So I'll let you copy this part first. Okay, you don't need to copy the marking scheme portion. Wait, one at a time. Give me a second. Why? What? How do you get answer mark? You know method mark, no answer mark. Now this one not my first time saying it. Okay, yes, what's your question?
Why we don't get the one?
Why? Say the same thing. Why you don't get this mark? Because don't have the correct method, don't have answer mark.
But then,
Don't but then. Okay. I say really follow the instructions. It's not scamming. You never read and understand.
hacking.
Okay, if one person can get 19 marks, means that person can understand the question. So it's not my question got problem.
So that person cheat.
You go and find out yourself.
How to cheat? No one else get 19.
Who answer cheat?
Okay, focus, copy. Go and find out.
I ask who
Sure. You copy already or not so much?
什么宝宝？老鼠。你？Not 19. He already doing correction for the last session already. Confirm don't
哎，you respect people here or not?
Very respect.
Okay, are we done? So copy this information already, then you can draw your own graph. I'm sure you can plot. You do the plotting yourself.
I don't know.
我都是那样。
I don't know how to plot.
Are you serious?
Wait, so I better put this. Wait.
You see, you want to find out top marks, but never be copy the same thing here.
Same thing lah. Oh shit, why am I? Wait. I tell you wait already. Hey, blend pencil boy. Hurry up, yes. I need pencil, I want pencil.
You can choose yourself.
It's pen.
You no need to follow mine.
Useless.
Oh shit, they're on the phone.
What the hell is that?
How's it?
Okay, draw your line.
23, what the hell is that?
See whether it really meets at x is 30, y is 18 or not. Some say I scam you, but I never get money from you. Anyway, I also scam you 4 marks only, not like the whole paper.
No, 1 mark. Every mark counts. Yes, the 1 mark can make you from fail to pass. The 1 mark
Stop it, you talk too much. Okay, are we done?
It's by accident.
Okay, so your graph should end up like that.
Okay, there.
Look like this. Okay, then after that, label. Okay, I will never label.
No, I think not.
Okay, that's all. Bring your paper. home, get your parents to sign. Your parents are surely not overseas, so I will want to see it.
My parents in Malaysia.
Tomorrow coming.
My parents.
Tomorrow no maths also, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow coming to school already.
Yes, Sherry.
Cheers.
Sorry, my dear Sherry.
40 years old boy.
Toilet, yes. Okay, so I want to see your paper signed, okay, by next Monday.
Oh, hell no.
Saint Declan who managed to pass.
Oh. Imagine rank at 19.
Rank at 19.
Okay, take out your worksheet.
His study is red maybe.
Wow, shit guy.
You never know.
Rank at 19, I don't know. I do
Study
stuff.
rank at 19. When never come.
Okay, there is no point in envying what other people get. Okay, it is more meaningful if you work hard and try to do better the next time round.
But my mother asked me to compare the highest person in the class. Not the lowest person in the class.
My mother say if you're not a lower can you?
One is
No matter what marks you get, I am certain your parents will still love.
I got 20, my parents don't like me anymore. They help me get 25.
if I get 13, I get his own.
20 not enough. I got 22. Useless son.
Okay, now let's look at volume and surface area of cones. Okay, we don't have much time, we got 10 minutes. Let's do one example at least. Right? Volume, okay, of cone. We have already learned it. What is the formula? 1/3 times. What is the base area? Cone and
Circle.
Pi r square.
pi r square. No. AJ is that okay? Who wants to go toilet? Oh no, Sherry is not here yet. Okay. So what's the pi r square h? Alright. So example 1. Okay. Anyway, radius is here. Height is here. Okay. Example 1. We are given a certain diagram.
Okay.
Looks like that. 10 cm and 7 cm. Okay, we want to find the volume. Do your quick calculation now. What is the volume? Let's calculator and press. Sorry, it's example 7 now. Sorry. 7. What is the answer, Liana? One third. 7 square. 5 cents. Like that. Read the formula.
That's pi.
That's pi, right? 2 or more pi. Answer will be. Final answer is
1,680,0.
time for you to familiarize with your calculator.
What's the calculator? What's the calculator? What's the calculator? It's a little for your computer.
That's easy.
It's a pearl for your calculator.
3SF,
1, 2, 6, 8.
5, 1, 3, cm cube 3sm. Okay, example 2. There's no diagram given to you. It says a solid cone has radius 5 cm, volume 524 cm cube. So if you like to, you can draw your own diagram. Okay, if you need to actually understand the questions in diagram form. Okay, radius 5 cm at the bottom. So we want to find in part A the height of the cone. So height is this part here. Okay, and the volume given in the question is 524. Oh, sorry, I'm writing wrongly. Sorry, because I edited the worksheet. Okay, so volume equals to 524. How do I find out what is the height? What would you do? Actually, what would you do to find the height? Can you form for me an equation? Sorry? What is divided by 5? 524 divided by 5, then square divided by 1/3, and then divided by pi. Okay, and that will give you the height. Alright? Okay, alternatively, if you want to form a full equation, you can also, I think there are a couple marker. Okay, we know that the volume being 524 is equals to 1/3 pi times radius square times height.
I don't get it.
I think the question is
It's 10 cm and then they never give us the volume.
Yeah, if you can see that.
Yeah, and then you never give us the volume.
why the question so different? Already give height already.
Oh! Oh, I deleted one question.
Oh.
No wonder, okay. I deleted one question by accident.
No, the reverse one.
Okay, can you copy this question then?
Nice.
Volume gone. So it's example.
Okay, so find the height by 524 divided by 1/3 divided pi divided by square. Okay, and then calculating it in the calculator, we get about 20.0 cm 3sm. So let me find the truncated 5sm value. Okay. Then in part B, to find out what is the slant height of the cone. So remember, slant height is the one that goes diagonally from the apex, okay, to the circumference of the circle. So we want to find out what is this length here. Okay, typically for slant height, we use the letter L. Okay, how do we find the slant height then? We use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, good. So Pythagoras theorem, we have our L squared. So we can let the slant height be L. So L squared equals to 20.015 squared plus 5 squared. So remember truncated 5sm. Okay? Then this will give us about 425.60. Okay, we get 20.6 and 3sm for final answer. Okay, any questions?
Okay,
If no questions, I'll just end here today.
Yes, no more school.
Finish today.
Okay, remember your exercise 12A is due on the next lesson, Monday.
eh, stapler.